Hello, this is Mohammed.
Hi, I just got a letter of intent to purchase from you.
Sure.
I don't quite understand. What are you offering on the house?
So we are offering to come at the listing price. That's not an issue, but the
Price
only
is $950,000.
I understand that. That's not a big deal. We are
Okay.
the price. It really doesn't matter because we are looking for terms. So the way we buy houses is either through seller financing or subject to. So we are offering to step in, take over the mortgage payment of your seller. We're not going to be assuming the loan. And we're going to be taking over the mortgage payment. And based on the seller's equity, we're going to make a down payment on closing. And rest of the seller's equity will be paid over time with a balloon period on it. So that's what we are offering. Our main goal is to purchase houses this way to turn them into rentals, cash flowing rentals. So we are not like really hung up on the purchase price. We are looking for properties that we can cash flow on.
Okay. So, I mean, I honestly don't even know if there's a mortgage on this house. So you just want to assume the mortgage?
We don't assume the mortgage. We take over the mortgage payment through subject to. So the way the subject to work is, if there is no mortgage payment, then we can offer seller financing. But if there is a mortgage, we're not going to be assuming the mortgage. We're going to step in. We're going to take over the mortgage payment on closing. So the way the subject to works, and by the way, it is part of the HUD, the way subject to work is on closing, the title transfer on our company name, and the mortgage stays on the seller's name, and there is promissory note that put in place, which basically says that if we ever default on a single mortgage payment of the seller after the closing, when the title transfer on our name, the seller
so it really doesn't become a clean. It's not a clear deal for the seller then. They're still involved.
They are involved. Yes, that is true.
Okay.
They are involved. Because the mortgage is going to be on their name for a period of time.
Right, I got it. And I don't think this is anything they'd be interested in. They want, to be done. You sell a house, you're done. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And, it doesn't work for everybody. It does work for people with a less equity or somebody who has a lot of equity and having hard time selling their house. And it's been 3, 4, 5, 6 months in the market. They just want to sell it because if they're listing the house with you, they have intention of selling the house one way or another.
Oh yeah, no, they have intention of selling. They've already moved out. But
right,
if you gave me, if they forget the mortgage side of it, if you just wanted to offered a cash deal, that would be more enticing. Let's put it that way.
I understand. I hope we could do that. But yeah, we buy a house on creative financing where we can just enter in the property. We don't mind giving seller what they want, but it have to be over time. We'll cover your 3% commission and pay all the closing costs as well. So that'll save the seller a lot of money, in long run, for sure.
Okay. And if there's no mortgage on the property?
Then what we can do is we can offer seller financing. We are actually buying houses on seller financing as well, where the seller owns the house free and clear. We make a down payment on the on the purchase price. So if the listing price is, let's say, $950,000, we can work out a number where we're gonna make a down payment to the seller, and seller gonna be the bank, and rest of their equity gonna be paid over time. We are not taking over any loan or mortgage. Seller become the bank, and we make the payment to the bank every single month, whether or not the house is rented or not. And we can put a balloon on it as well, so they don't have to wait forever. They're not lending us the house and the loan for 30 years. So we can maybe work out a term between 7 to 10 years. And during that time, since they are the bank, if they want to charge us some interest on it, where we can still cash flow and make a payment to the seller every single month, we can work something out like that as well. And we're buying a house on seller financing right now, $1.2 million in Phoenix, Arizona, that we're going to turn into Airbnb. So,
got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're not allowed to do that in this community, Airbnb. The
I know,
minimum rental is 7 months.
Yeah, we do a lot. 70% of our portfolio is long-term rental. So if we can't if you can do mid-term or short-term rental, then we're gonna run all the numbers based off of the long-term rental rate in the area. And since the seller owns the house free and clear, we're just gonna make an offer where we can still cash flow and the seller is satisfied with the monthly payment every single month with a good down payment on it, and we're gonna put a balloon on it, and if he's willing to charge us some interest, we are more than happy to pay that as well. Where both it's a win-win for both parties, for them for waiting, and for us to be able to take over a property that we can turn into a long-term rental.
Okay. I when I talk to them the next time, I'll just tell them about it. Okay.
Sure, and let me know if they want to see a see a formal offer with the number breakdown, and I'll be more than happy to do that if they own the house free and clear. Okay.
Okay, great. All righty.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, bye.
Bye bye.